Mr. Rajesh, tell me, what was your own experience of demonetization as a developer who's just got into this segment, I mean, been there for a while, but really in a big way to create affordable housing stock all across the country? What was your own experience during that demonetization phase and that nervousness which was there?
Well, I will consider that demonetization is a boon for houses at the right prices. Because initially the landlords were all expecting better prices in which a large component of cash was involved. Like my colleague just spoke about it. The advantage is now the exit for any landlord is only through development and the revenues that come in his share. So practical transactions have started happening since demonetization. There is nobody who has got the cash to buy the land. So a lot of joint ventures are happening. And I feel that housing to get economical and affordable in this country, it is very clearly understood by all that the land should be at the right price. The expectations of the landlords because of cash transactions involved was so high that the ultimate product was becoming more expensive.
Right.
It is not the construction cost which makes the product expensive. It is the land cost which makes it expensive. So I think demonetization has been a boon, and you will see now a lot of development has started. And again, it is a supply and demand game. If the supply of houses is really good, then definitely the prices get corrected. And that is what people are getting today. They are getting to buy real estate at the realistic prices. At the same time, demonetization is making the government stronger. The government is now going to be using this money to build some fantastic infrastructure across the country. And according to me and economics, investments in the society is money to the people. And this money is being used to buy houses by the same people. So I think it's a fantastic thing to happen to India as a country.
All right. So real estate, so ongoing projects, it's hard. It's a very, very tough call because a lot of developers who have not been, and Angelo, Rajesh, you might want to come in here, a lot of developers who were not professional, who were not used to running their ship in a tight manner, are, if you bring them under RERA today, it's a tough task for them to straighten their act, isn't it? So either you had those processes, or if you didn't have them, you were going to be in a soup if your project had to be RERA registered.
So in management, we always learned that consumer is the supreme. In real estate, it was not practically happening so. Thanks to RERA, it will now happen. In fact, I would like to say that what SAVV did to stock exchange, that is what RERA will do to the real estate. I would also like to say that RERA is the new TADA for the anti-social elements. So things are going to improve. A lot of buying is going to happen because of RERA being in place. A lot of people who were not doing it straight in their development sectors will need to get ironed out. Either they are going to be exiting the industry or they are going to be in trouble from the 1st of August. But what advantage the public gets at large is any RERA approved project is today good to buy. And RERA will make India as one of the best investment destinations of the world. The only element of challenge in the real estate sector was delivery on time or getting misled by the developer or getting cheated by the project. Now that won't happen. RERA is really bringing in a method to the madness, and the strictness that has been followed in the RERA will definitely help the consumer at large. And any industry today works only on the consumers. Today, with great confidence, the consumer will be in a position to buy. And I would like to say that RERA, the MahaRERA website, is a super billboard for every developer who's doing it right. Because when the customer goes to the website and when he sees and checks the details of the developer's project, it gives him confidence to buy. So in a way, the government is your testimonial to make sure that your project gets sold and consumers have the trust and buy in your project. So I think RERA is a big boon to the right players. RERA is a great boon for the consumers, and it's a 90-10 rule where 90% it is going to benefit the buyer and 10% it will support the developer, and that is how it should be.
All right. Angelo, Rajesh, is it very hard to comply with RERA? Is that the reason why we are saying, you know, even in states like Maharashtra, most developers pushing it to the last minute?
Well, people who have just done a project in any format, for them it is very difficult. So now, unsold stock in the market will have two categories. There will be one unsold stock which can be sold because it is RERA registered, and there will be a one unsold stock which even if the developer wants to sell and the buyer wants to buy, it cannot be into a transaction.
Correct.
Because it will not be RERA approved. So automatically the market, because of RERA, for the right builders is going to grow very large instantly.
Yeah.
There will be short supply of projects which have got the clearances in place, which will ensure that the purchase of the purchaser is protected. a lot of developers, unfortunately, in a place like Maharashtra, like you some time back said, very few people have yet registered. But what I feel is that the government has taken a very serious stand of making sure that the implementation is going to happen from the 1st of August. So it's really a game changer. I would like to say that in India, because of RERA, this is the fresh new second innings for the real estate sector. Right. And only players with the right attitude and the right integrity will survive, sustain and grow in this industry. So I think this is an opportunity time for the right players. And of course, the wrong ones will really be taken to task by the government.
Yeah, if you look at the real estate right now, as the aerial view, you know, there are different elements involved, like from developers to financial institutions to customers to, you know, the real estate agents and the financial institutions. There is one element which is the media. So is my question to you, Rajesh, that do you think that media is also changing the stance towards the developers, or it still keeps continuing with the bashing of all the developers?
Well, government has done the media's job. The media doesn't have to bash the developers anymore. RERA will do the job and RERA will do it much better. So I think RERA is a game changer. And we welcome the move. It is phenomenal. This country will change because of RERA, and people are really going to be very, very comfortable in their property purchases.